Hi, this is Handy Doctor. Welcome to my channel. Over here, we talk about anything and we do everything, including computer, home improvements, auto repairs, and even cooking, and maybe a lot others. Please stay tuned by subscribing to my channel below. Let's talk about how to ship a car today. You may move or you may buy a car from far away and you need to ship your car from point A to point B. How can you do it in a safe and fast way without spending a lot of money on? This industry is complicated. I found it out the hard way. I just did that recently. Honestly tell you, I really wish somebody could have told me what I am going to tell you today. But I learned them myself, and today I am going to share with you all the secrets that I have learned. So you don't need to reinvent the wheel like I did, and you should not make the same type of mistake that I make also. So let's get started. First of all, let me tell you this. You almost could not find the real trucking company that's going to move the car for you. Basically, all you can find are brokers, the middlemen. You may say, how so? Why is that the case? Well, there are thousands of trucking companies out there. Most of them are small family business. They could not run a very good website, and there is no way for them to find you or you find them. Remember, there are thousands of them out there. If they rely on themselves to fill their truck to ship the vehicle for customers, it will take forever. So using this broker's business model actually make a whole lot of sense for this industry. So honestly tell you, you could not find real company. All you can find are brokers. So let's say you are going to ship your car. How the price look like? Especially I just told you there are brokers in between. Yes, that's the case. So you usually need to pay a fee to the broker, and usually you do that with a credit card, and that's to the brokers. And when the car arrives, you will give your actual shipping fee to the truck driver. In this case, usually in cash. So keep that in mind. This is our second secret. So now let's say, how do we find the brokers? You may say that's easy. Just Google it, right? Yeah, you can just put auto transport in Google and hoping to find a brokers. Let me tell you this. If you do this, you can find brokers. Also, you can actually find brokers of brokers. So some website, they just like Priceline or Expedia for this industry. They take your informations and they will match your information with many brokers and give you many quotes. So should you do this? No, don't do that. I did though. It was a disaster, especially if you give your personal information to the broker of brokers. Within 10 minutes, you will get 10 phone calls at least and tons of email. It's not just the first day, it will be in the next 2 weeks at least. It is a nightmare. I was buried under telephone and email for a while. And even though I had my car for 2 weeks already, that hasn't stopped yet. For only one company, that company is super awful. Keep calling me. After I had my car shipped, I actually nicely told them, say, hey, listen, I already shipped my car. I don't need your business anymore. I really appreciate that. Could you please remove my phone number? They say yes, but no, that did not happen. In fact, they called me with different number. Many different numbers. There's no way to block them. And every time I told them this, if that did not work. They still called me yesterday. I was really mad at them yesterday. Today I haven't received a phone call. Hopefully that's the end of it. But you see that, okay? If you give your personal information easily to the broker, or even worse, the brokers prepare to live in a nightmare for at least a month. Then you may say, how should I do that, right? I found a broker, but you said I could not give them the personal information. This is what you need to do first. Read the reviews before you call. So you did find a lot of brokers. Look at their reviews. There's 3 locations you should pay attention to. One of them is Google reviews. The other one is a BBB. And the last one is a professional review site for transportation company called Transport Reviews. All 3 reviews must be good. If they are red flag, stay away, because there are so many brokers out there. And if a company doesn't have reviews, well, it's probably a broker of brokers. Forget about that one, because a broker would not care about how good that broker is. It will just give your information out, and yes, you're quite likely to get spammed by some really awful company. I have to tell you, when I look back, I realized honestly I should not give my information to that company anyhow. It's one of the really bad company out there. Anyway, why did I do that? But again, I learned my lessons. Hopefully, you don't need to do the same. So next one is, okay, I look at the reviews. I identify some company already, and then what? Before we go further, let me tell you this: how the pricing work for this industry. It's a bidding games. So what's going to happen is a broker will get your information and offer a price on their platform. There is a national platform that can only be used by brokers and the trucking company. You or me will have a hard time accessing, honestly tell you. So they offer a price, and a truck may see it and say, yeah, this looks like a good price, or no, I don't want it. Okay, so if the truck agree that that's a good price, they will pick up your car and ship your car. So it's a big against, as a matter of fact. What that means is what? Is that cheaper is not always better. If the price is really low, what's going to happen? Well, your car may sit there forever and no truck will pick it up. Or only those really bad company will pick it up. The one that's desperate because they have very bad reputation, so they basically take any offer and ship any car, but they probably would damage your car. Remember, just now I said read the review. Some of the company are awful out there. Okay, some company even let you name your own price. So some brokers say, you know what, you tell me what price you want, I take anything, but there's no guarantee when the car will be delivered. Would that be a good thing to do? Well, it really depends, right? If you don't need your car in an urgent situation, maybe you can sit and wait. Make sure though they at least give you a company with good reputations, if you don't mind that you wait. Sometimes you could get great deal, honestly. If the truck is almost full, only one spot left, the driver may say, you know what, let me pick up a car for $200, even though I usually will charge 500 because it's just on the way of it. And I would rather leave today, not tomorrow. So in that case, you could get a good deal. But usually, that's not going to happen. And I found it out also myself. So the next one really important is insurance. Okay, especially you have a brand new car, right? You don't want anybody to damage that. So The trucking companies are required by law to have insurance, but their insurance only cover damage occur because of the problem of the driver. Anything else, for example, hail damage, a tree fall down accidentally onto your car, you need to use your own car insurance, your regular insurance. Because of that, it's a good idea that you add the car into your insurance policy at the very least the day they pick up your car. And you should have comprehensive coverage at least for those several days that the car is in transportations. Now you may say, okay, I get all those ones. How much would that cost? And how fast my car will be delivered? There are two types of carrier you can see. One of them is called open carrier. Look like this. It's open, exposed to outside environment. For those ones, you are looking for about 30 cents to 60 cents per mile. And you need to add the broker fee on top of that. There is an enclosed carrier. This one will be more expensive. You should pay 50% or even 100% more than what you pay for open carrier. Now, which one should you choose? Some broker actually even told me this. You know what? There's no point using an enclosed carrier. And I agree, by the way. Because when you drive your car, you drive in the open environment anyhow, don't you? Unless you have an antique car, then you should use enclosed carrier definitely. So that is the idea, and that's approximately how much you need to pay. Now, like I said, it's a bidding system. If the price is higher, the chance of picking up the car in the next hour or the same day will be much higher than a lower price. At the same time, the price also depends on the route and the toll weight on the route also, etc., etc. So it's difficult to say how much it is unless you ask them. How fast? It's actually faster than I thought. After the car is fully low and the driver start driving, they will drive somewhere from 300 to 600 miles a day. So for me, my car traveled for 1100 miles. It only took them 2 days to arrive, as a matter of fact. So faster than I would think, actually. Okay, now you know the basic. You already identified several brokers. What should you do? Call them and ask them a lot of questions. So, of course, you want to ask them about the price, but that's not the only thing, remember? You want to ask them about insurance. Now, by law, the trucking company need to have insurance. By the way, broker don't have insurance. Keep that in mind, okay? It's the truck who have insurance. Now, what should you ask them? Ask them typically when they pick a truck, how much insurance they are looking at. Some truck may insure to $100,000. Some truck may insure to $250,000. If your car is expensive, pick these ones, because $100,000 for about 10 cars is very minimum, don't you think? So that is something you need to ask, definitely. Ask them guaranteed pickup days. Remember, especially when the price is low, it may take forever for them to pick the car. So you need to have that in mind. You don't want your car to sit for 2 months. Guaranteed delivery day also. And ask them how the car will be delivered. Now, one of them is schedules. I assume we are all busy. So will the driver work around our schedule or not? In terms of location, typically they say door to door, but let me tell you this, the truck is big. It might not be easy getting into your neighborhood. So you need to ask if that is the case, what would they do? Now, it is for me, by the way. And in the end, we have to borrow the truck parking lot of Walmart. I don't mind for that because it's only 5 minutes drive away from my house, but you need to ask those questions. Hidden fee, this is critical, okay? Some brokers give you a low price. In fact, I quote that one and then later I realized, why did I waste my time on that one? Because that company have really bad review because they're hidden fees. So be careful with that. So for that company, they always give you a price that looks really good. Because what? Their price is only the money that you should pay to the driver. It doesn't include the broker fee, which they call it a deposit. If you add the two together, the price is not competitive anymore, and I will not ever work with company like this anyway. And there are a lot of complaints on BBB for this practice, and the company basically admitted and say, why didn't you read the fine print? Give me a break. Forget about those companies. And again, I emphasize how important it is to read the reviews. Hopefully you get your question answered. Last thing I will say about this is that some brokers are very straightforward. They tell you a lot of things. They told you some secret that I already told you just now. Some of them try to hide something. You can tell. When there is smoke, there is fire. Stay away from those broker, please. Okay, so you hopefully decided on the broker right now, and the broker already pick you a truck. You will expect some document that you need to sign. Read them before you sign, please. It's always a good practice, but not everybody would do that. I know that. If there is any fine prints, be careful with those ones. Ask the refund policy if the car is not picked up by a certain day. Now, I asked this question to my broker and he get a little bit defensive. So some of them may be the same way. And later I realized he's a nice person actually. He already have a truck driver ready to pick up my car. So sorry for that part. But not every broker that way, I have to tell you. So you might want to ask that one. If you wait for a week and the car has not been picked up yet, with the broker fee returned to you, and you can hopefully pick a different brokers. Ask about insurance. We talked about that just now. So this is the time you need to ask again. Make sure the truck has enough insurance. And the trucking company have reviewed too in the platform that I told you just now that we don't have access to. Ask them the review on that website. In fact, my broker screenshot the review and send it to me. So ask for that one too. If the trucking company look bad, ask them to pick a different one. Okay, hopefully everything is good. So what should you do then? Well, the truck driver come, they're going to pick up your car. Be there if you could. If you could not, ask somebody you can trust to be there. Make sure you take pictures and have documentation. Now, the truck driver will do the same too. They want to write down whatever damage they see because they are not going to pay you for repair later if you say, hey, I thought you damaged the car during the transportation process, etc. So make sure you do that. One thing I will say though is be considerate. Late in pickup time is very difficult for these industries. My dealership told me that. It's not a broker told me. They say, yeah, they late all the time because there's so many cars to pick up, many things could happen in the way. So if they late for 3 hours, which occurred to me, or even half a day, is totally normal, tell you the truth. So you want to plan your schedule that day a little bit flexible. Okay. So anyhow, hopefully they pick up your car and start driving, right? After a couple of days, your car has arrived. So what should you do? At least to me, I don't want any night delivery because I could not see the car well. If there's any damage you could not see, you will have a document to sign and pay and let the driver go. Make sure you inspect the car carefully. No extra damage. If you need, take pictures, and you might want to compare the notes the driver going to take too, just in case anything will come back later on. And at this point, congratulations. Hopefully you are happy with your car delivered. And that's all I'm going to show you today for how to ship your car. I hope this video is helpful for you. If it is, please make sure you like and subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much for watching. I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.